Hi everyone. Today I wanted to speak about my 12 important things I have learned by being in a relationship. Yeah. My relationship so far, I've been together with my husband, life partner, for about 9 to 10 years now. So I see that as the primary time of our relationship. Primary school age is still at the primary school, so we're not at secondary school or gone off to uni or the adult stage yet. We're still at that primary school age. However, what I've realized and experienced from my past to my present relationship now has been a great experience where I didn't realize when you put in the work in your relationship, it can cause an effect on how it develops. Yeah. And I want to share my 12. This is my 12. It's not going to be for everyone. I've written it down so I don't remember, don't forget. So my 12 is patience. I've learned to have patience in my relationship. Now, what does that mean? Being able to know when something needs to change in a relationship and it's not time yet. Maybe because I think it needs changing, it doesn't mean it needs changing for that other person. So patience might need to come in. Yeah. Patience of allowing the relationship to grow, allowing it to grow how it needs to grow. So I've learned to have a lot of patience when it comes to that. Trust, to have trust in relationship. Sometimes what we do is that we bring the baggage from the past into our new relationship, and that causes an effect on the trust side of things. So having trust, really, I've learned a lot when it comes to that. Trusting the relationship, trusting that it's okay, trusting that everything's going to be fine. Yeah. Freedom, having the freedom to just be. I love this one. I talk about freedom all the time. Anyone that knows me knows that I talk about freedom all the time. Having the freedom to allow yourself to grow, and having the freedom to allow that other person to grow. They're not going to grow at the same time as you, and it's okay. And having the freedom to just be and be yourself and be able to learn more about yourself, and not being able to just think about the other person and give time to think about yourself. Yeah. So allowing freedom to take part in the relationship. I've also got support, to be able to support the relationship, to be able to support that other person. That other person might be going through things in their life that has nothing to do with you. It's not your journey. It's not something that you've experienced or need to experience, but you might be experiencing it together, because obviously you're together. So what he's experienced or she's experienced, you're experiencing it also. So having that support your partner or your husband or your wife. Yeah, support them. Being fair. I like this one, because for me, I had to learn about being fair. I had to learn that sometimes it's not all about me. I had to learn that sometimes being fair is bringing that balance, even if you might not agree with what's going on. But having that space of saying, okay, I want to be fair with this. Where's the fair part into whatever we're going through or whatever we're experiencing at that time? Being fair in the relationship, even if it's things that you might not agree on, but having that fair factor. Understanding, being able to understand. Yeah, being able to understand something that you might not understand because it's not coming from you. Being able to understand that they might not get you at times. being able to understand situations in a relationship that you think to yourself, what the hell is going on here? Why are we experiencing this right now? Yeah, but being able to communicate, talk it through, and having an understanding, getting to that place where understanding can be looked at. Yeah, when that every relationship is truly unique. When every relationship is truly unique. So in my relationship, we chose early on. So the first year of us being together, we chose to create our relationship. We didn't want our relationship to be like everyone else. We didn't want to bring the past into our relationship. So we started to create our relationship. Things that he liked, things that I liked, we brought it together and we created our relationship, and we're still doing that now. So it's ongoing for us. Each year things change, each month things change, and we look at it and we create it for how it works for us, and we make it unique in a way that works best for us. Laughter and having fun. I've learned to have fun in my relationship. I'm a person that can be quite rigid, quite stern, you know, believe it or not. And I learned in this relationship to let it go. Just have fun, you know, have laughter each day. No matter what, we can sit down and laugh and have fun. Be silly, be stupid, do silly things, yeah? I've learned that works in my relationship. Arguments are not needed. That's another one. Arguments are not needed. We learned early on again that we didn't want arguments in our relationship. We've had it in the past with previous relationships. We know it didn't work. We know it wasn't for us, and we didn't want to experience it no more. So we chose to replace it with communication. We chose to replace it with, when we need time out, we will allow that person to have time out and have space until we come back together to talk about what we want to talk about. But we chose not to have arguments, blown shouting and screaming, and no, we didn't want that in our relationship. I've also got, it takes two. So it takes two for people to be able to deal with things and to connect with things, yeah? Looking at patterns that are reoccurring and putting solution in place. So I've learned about patterns, like a cycle that's going on in the relationship that's not good for the relationship, and putting something in place so it doesn't return. Because you can guarantee with a relationship there's going to be things in the future that we're going to have to experience and learn from and go through. But I don't want to be going through the past experience all the time. I want to be able to, you know, learn from that and move on. So I've learned to be able to look at patterns and to be able to put solutions in place so those same reoccurring patterns don't come back. That's what I've learned. And lastly, so this is the 12th one, is respect. I've put that last because that is something that is needed. We need to be able to respect one another and have respect for each other's journey as an individual and as a oneness, as a unit together. So those are my 12 experiences that I've learned from being in my relationship. What is yours?